welcome to my match review of Everton's game against Wolves this afternoon at Goodison Park. Everton have won 3-2. Richarlison put the Blues 1-0 ahead. Wolves then equalised, made it 1-1. Iwobi then scored his first goal in the league for Everton and made it 2-1. And then Wolves equalised again through Raul Jimenez and it went to 2-2. And it looked like towards the end of the second half that it was going to be a draw. But in the 80th minute, Richarlison scored with a great header and made it 3-2, and Everton have taken all 3 points from this game. Now, I just wanted to talk about the past few games a little bit. So in the last 3 games in the Premier League, Everton had scored 1 goal, and in this game we scored 3. And I would put that down to Alex Iwobi and Moise Kean starting. We looked much better, we looked more direct, and we looked more threatening in front of goal, and it showed by scoring 3. I think by playing Iwobi and Keane, it took the focus as well off Richarlison and Sigurdsson, who I think we're very reliant on them, in my opinion, when Calvert-Lewin starts up front. So it was great to see Moise Keane and Iwobi start. And my man of the match, though, is actually Fabian Delph. I sung his praises after the Lincoln game and said that how composed he was, and it was the same today. His passing was good, he was passing it forward, his tackling was good, and he was the leader on the pitch as well. Everton are a team that can be too nice, can be too quiet, and don't argue for anything, don't fight for anything at times. But he's different. He's a winner, he's a leader, and I'm so glad, actually, that we've signed him for 8.5 million. I feel like the other players as well are looking to him a little bit because they know how experienced he is. And in this current market, as I say, at 8.5 million, if he can stay fit, I think it's a really, really astute signing, really good. Richarlison as well will, of course, get a lot of credit, scored 2 goals today. You know, even though he ruined the transfer window 2 seasons ago, as Paul Merson said, I think. But yeah, I'm a really, really big fan of Richarlison. I think he understands what it means to play for Everton. I know he got a little bit stick for that celebration that he did, but I think some fans aren't realising that he wasn't putting up his name, he's actually putting up the name of the badge. So while he's playing for us and doing that, I will support him. So yeah, really good afternoon for him. And Iwobi as well, I wanted to give him a special mention because he looked threatening, and I'm so glad that he was rewarded with his first goal in the league, and he gets off the mark nice and early. Hopefully Keane can score in the next couple of games as well. I feel like at home, we can beat anybody. We showed that last season with our results against Arsenal and Chelsea and Manchester United, and drawing it with Liverpool, and the fact that, you know, we can compete. We just need to play like this away from home, basically, because we can beat anybody on the day. But it seems like Goodison is a fortress and continues to be that, following from last season, which is great, but our away form does need to improve. We've got Bournemouth away next. Now, they lost 3-1 yesterday to Leicester. And like I say, we can beat them. If we go in to the game with the positivity and a side that we played today, we could beat them. Of course, they've not made a great start to the season. But we will need to see, for me, Iwobi starting and Keane starting and Delph continuing to play as well. Wasn't the best performance in terms of conceding 2 goals, but I think what's really important is that in my review for Lincoln a few days ago, I said that I wanted to see the fight, I wanted to see that determination carry on, and we did. So after going 1-0 up and Wolves battling back and equalising twice, we've then had to take the initiative to then score to take the game again, and we did. And that's not something that I can always say that I've seen in an Everton team. Sometimes when we go 1-0 down, when a team either scores against us or equalises against us, heads can go down. And looking at the game at Lincoln, where we've gone 1-0 down, and looking at today, where Wolves have equalised to make it 1-1 and 2-2, I'm so glad that we've still just pushed on, attacked, and scored the goals. I'm glad now that Iwobi and Keane are starting, and hopefully they continue to. And actually, in terms of the Wolves' defence, that's a very experienced back line with Cody and Bolly, who did get sent off in the 95th minute. And it's not easy. He's a 19-year-old in a new league, but he did really well. I'm just sad that he couldn't take one of his chances. But yeah, result aside, Everton have taken the 3 points. We're now 6th in the league. Looking at the teams around us and the teams that we want to be competing with, looking at some Manchester United fan channels yesterday, they're not happy. They're not creating, they are creating chances, but they feel like they haven't got a striker to take those chances. Drawing with Southampton for them is not a great result, and we need to just keep our momentum going, because I would say that this is probably not the weakest Manchester United side I've seen, but they just seem so low and flat on low on confidence and flat. And looking at aside from the Chelsea game, which wasn't really a fair reflection on Chelsea, looking like they're not all that. And probably for the first time in my life, I could say that, that team doesn't scare me. It didn't scare me a few months ago when we beat them 4-0. So we need to keep this up. Going into Bournemouth away, I want all 3 points. Let me know what you think. Let me know if how you think Marco Silva should set out, seeing as that is an away game. And I know they will stick with the 4-2-3-1, so in my preview I'll definitely stick with that formation as well. But yeah, 3 points to Everton, winning 3-2 against Wolves at Goodison Park this afternoon. Thank you for watching. Bye.